Hi, this is Champlet 2 on the PlayStation Network. This is one of a series of videos on my channel to provide some tips and tricks for stealing the cars in the import-export business in GTA Online. When you go to the computer in your executive office and click on Vehicle Cargo and request a vehicle from SecuroServe, you'll be required to complete different tasks to retrieve the car. There are specific videos on my channel for each of these retrieval tasks. I had already provided a tips video for this one known as Police Chase, Amateur Took the Car, but my crew and I have developed a much better method for it since then, so I'm bringing you an updated version. Your assistant will call you as you leave your office with a vague message that doesn't tell you anything about what to expect when you get to the car.
You should have the details on this car. Bring it to the warehouse and try to look after it. We're charged for repairs.
There are 3 specific locations where you'll find police surrounding your import vehicle. It's important to recognize these locations on the map, so let's take a closer look at this one near the Kortz Center. You'll see the car will be right on an intersection. There's at least 1 or 2 other imports on this same road, but the one with the intersection, that's the one that lets you know the cops are going to be there waiting for you. So I always take a helicopter for this mission, because if I drove, I would get too close to the police and alert them, and then the car takes off and you got to chase him and he gets tons of damage. And people tell me all the time how much they hate this mission. They usually just blow up the car. But if you do this with the sniper method, it's actually really easy. You just want to make sure you don't get anywhere close and alert those police. Now, I meant to send this video out a long time ago. I've recorded this footage months ago. But the 3rd location, I haven't gotten the footage for that. So I'm just going to show it to you in screenshots when we get there. But for now, let's focus on this one. So you'll see as I'm flying up here to the Kortz Center, I don't want to go too far past that corner there, because if I'd have gone much further than that, I probably would have alerted the cops. So I'm going to go over here and climb up this little wall to get up on the patio. And then I'm going to climb up in the flower bed and grab my heavy sniper rifle with the thermal scope. Now I'll explain later how you can do this with just a plain old sniper rifle or without the thermal scope. But for this purpose, you can see there's 2 police cars that each have 2 guys in it. And I missed on my first shot, but I got it on the second shot. Now you can see I got a 3-star wanted level that lets me know for sure I hit the driver. Now even if you miss and you hit the car a couple of times, you won't damage it from sniping it. You could send a friend over and let them kill the driver. They can walk right up to the driver and not alert the cops. But if you don't have somebody around to help you, this is a great method. Now you'll see I shot down that helicopter, and I'm going to go over here and take out the one that's hovering right over the car. You don't have to do that, it's just my preference. I like to get rid of the helicopters first. And then I'll put on a mask to reduce my wanted level from 3 stars to 2 stars. And I'll wait for that to go away and go pick up the car. Now, as I said earlier, if you don't have the thermal scope, it can be a little bit tricky to find that car because there's a great big tree right there next to the street where the intersection is, and it sort of obscures the car. It can make it really hard to see it. But as I come down here, I'm going to show you a trick that I used up until I got my thermal scope. There's a house here with a semicircular driveway, and it's got 7 very tall, very thin evergreen trees. You can see it right there in front of me as I'm coming down. It's to the right. So when you're up at the Kortz Center, look for that house with those 7 tall trees, and then you know you're in the right spot. Just go a little bit to the left of that from the Kortz Center, and you'll see the car sitting right there under the tree. And you snipe the driver and go lose your wanted level. Now the reason why I did it the way I did it instead of calling Lester is as soon as I get in this car, I'm going to get a wanted level again. So now I can call Lester. I wouldn't be able to call him again now because I would have just done it a few seconds ago. But I'll call him now before I even open the door.
Hey, what's up? Oh, how can I help?
And then I open the door and pull the guy out. Lose my wanted level, and piece of cake. That's all there is to it.
With creepy Uncle Lester.
Just drive it back to the warehouse. Now we'll move up north to the next location that'll have police on it, and that's in the Grand Senora Desert. So as I'm looking at the map here, you'll see it. This one again is at an intersection. It's just south of the Lost Trailer Park, and it's to the west of the Sandy Shores Airfield. I'm going to skip the flight time because this is a bit of a long trip here, and I'll show you where you can snipe from for this one. Now, this one you have to stay pretty far back. If you get too close, you'll alert the cops, and I'll show you exactly what point that happens. I'm going to land over here because I want to be able to get back to my buzzard quickly. Now, if you'll look here to the left, I'll show it to you a little more closely. There's this dead-looking tree. It's like a cactus tree, and it's right in front of that 6-car garage. A lot of you might be familiar with that garage. Don't walk north of that tree. If you do, you'll alert the cops. So you see 2 people in that vehicle and 2 people in that vehicle. Those are the cops, and this is my target. Thanks to the thermal scope, I got him on the first shot. But without the thermal scope, you can still see that car. It's not really hidden by the trees or anything. And even if you do miss a couple of times, because it can be hard, especially with some cars that have smaller windshields, it's okay. You're not going to damage the car when you snipe it from that distance. And you noticed I did just take out the helicopter that was hovering right over the car. Again, that's just my preference. You don't need to do that. I like to take out the helicopters here, just mostly for fun. And now I'm going to put on my mask and reduce my wanted level from 3 stars to 2 stars. It just makes it go away a little faster. And then I will wait for my wanted level to go away altogether and drop down. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I don't have the footage for the third one. I don't have video footage, so I'm just going to show you some snapshots, some screenshots, so you'll know exactly where it is. But you follow this exact same method as I've done on these first 2. You snipe the driver, you lose your wanted level, you come down to the car, and sometimes there'll be police sitting right here at this one, by the way. But just walk around them or wait for them to leave. And then when you get to the car, you can call Lester, have him all queued up and ready to go before you open the door.
Hey there. What can I help you with?
You'll see the wanted levels grayed out until I get one, and there it is. And then just drive it back.
Okay, so you're in serious trouble, and you need my help. Okay.
So the last location is up north on the eastern side of the map. It's just north of the quarry, and I'm using my own personal car here, or otherwise the import will be a blue car. It's right next to the freeway, north of the quarry, and you'll see where I'm going to take my helicopter there is right on top of the YouTool building. You can see it there, the little icon. And this is the spot you want to be. And when you're there and you use your sniper rifle, you'll see the 24/7 sign. The car is just to the right of that on a little dirt road off the side of the freeway. And it's exactly like the other ones. Snipe the driver, lose your wanted level, go to get in the car, and call Lester to lose your wanted level and drive it back. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you get to check out the other import-export tips videos on my channel. And a like for this video and a subscription to my channel are always greatly appreciated. You can stay in touch with me on Facebook at facebook.com/Champlet2. There's no need to send a friend request, just leave a like for the fan page and we can all chat there. I'll be posting sneak previews of videos I'm working on, and I'll keep you up to date on my live streaming plans. You can also find me on Twitter with the handle @Champlet2. Have a great day in Los Santos, and we'll see you here next time.